Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Mindset Kitchen podcast with your host Chef Hashim and my man Kareem.
What's going on?
Hey Kareem, what's up, bro? How's it?
What's going on, Chef? What's going on,
What's
everybody?
up?
Welcome back to another episode. Super excited to jump right in. Chef, bro, what's on the menu today?
All right, today we're going to be discussing intense. I think personally for me and you, it's a very personal and intense topic. We will be discussing about patience. What do you think, Kareem?
Man, I've been waiting for this one for a long time. No pun intended. But, it's,
Okay.
because patience is one of these things, man. Everybody knows you need patience. You need this, you need that, you need patience. And it's just something that gets thrown around so much. Definitely for me, I was like, yeah, patience. I never took it seriously, basically, until I hit a point when I was like almost gonna. No, I did burn out. Like I was officially burned out, pavement burned out, and then that's when I really had no choice but to really, take this topic of patience seriously. And I know you and I talked about it a lot, like offline before. So excited to jump right into it with you today.
So a little bit of not the actual backstory. I'll give you a snippet. Basically, this is most of the topics that we discuss. Yeah, these are stuff. Me, Kareem, we personally practice and we try, and then we discuss on the show. Sometimes we read them, sometimes we discuss them. So patience as a topic is something I'll talk about myself, and I think it's the same for Kareem. Is something both of us equally. I think struggle with as well at times, where this is a muscle that me and Kareem, we both are trying to build. So I think it's going to be an interesting discussion. So Kareem, I'm going to throw the ball right at you. I think you have to take the first bullet today.
Yeah, no worries.
So Kareem, what's patience, bro? Okay, for people, I think everybody knows what patience is, but as per to you, what does Kareem think? What is patience?
I think for patience is. I had to Google this recently as well, and my favorite definition was something along the lines of patience is active waiting. So it's not just sitting around and doing nothing or being lazy. It's active waiting. It's waiting while you work or working while you wait. If that makes sense. That's how I would define it.
Okay, Kareem, that is a very technical definition. Honestly, I've never Googled it, okay? But personally, bro, I'm going to put you on
Yeah.
the spot again. What is patience for you? Okay, actively waiting, it's a very technical term. I never thought
Yeah.
about it that way. But personally,
Bro, I'm a,
what
I'm a
is
technical
patience?
person. No, but I think now, like when I talk to myself, like that's what patience is to me. Like it's no longer like giving up. Okay, I'll tell you what it used to be, and why I used to reject patience, and why I took pride in being impatient. I'm like, everyone around me is patient. I'm impatient. I'm better. I'm impatient, which was of course the wrong way to think about life. Don't get me started. But like, for me, I was like, patience is, it's an excuse. It's too easy. Be patient. It's too easy of an excuse. It's an easy way out. You're thinking of patience as a way. Used to think of patience as a way that, it's a way to chill out. Okay, it's a way to be lazy, relax. Be patient. It's like a default answer, something you could throw at anything. You don't have results in whatever goal you're trying to achieve. Yeah, just be patient. So easy to throw around, and because I'm such a serious person, sometimes to my own detriment, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm not gonna fall for this trick, which is patience. I'm actually going to be what some people may call impatient. I was like, no, let me just get these results sooner rather than later, because like I'm an honest guy. Like I wanna work towards this. I don't wanna wait around. I'm not lazy. I'm impatient. You wanna call it impatient, so be it. But I just wanna get this done. And of course, in hindsight, of course, it was a very unhealthy way of approaching things, because I couldn't really understand the value of patience. What do you mean when you tell me that if I wait, I'm actually gonna get there faster? Like, how does that even make sense? So yeah, man, that that was
You
my
know,
relationship with it. What about you?
I think Kareem, something very interesting that I noticed when you actually said this was because I used to see this uh, very much in a very similar
Right?
light. Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to I used to have this misconception conception that that I think there's a difference between being laid back and being
Yeah.
patient. Yeah. So before, anybody who used to like, I used to feel like laid back and patience is the
Yeah.
same thing,
Exactly.
whereas I think it's completely different. Yeah. Now, going back, I asked you the question, what is patience for you? Me personally, I think I have suffered a lot in my life because I've not been
Hmm.
patient. Yeah. Now, this is like figuratively speaking with tangible stuff. Okay. But tangible stuff is still okay. Like I'm trying to fix something. Okay. Because I think you and me, maybe this is something similar. Something similar, some similarity that we have is, in my case, my head. I feel my head always works faster than my mouth. Like for example, by the time I'm actually speaking, I've already thought about five
Right.
to six things. Like my head goes very
Yeah.
fast. Yeah. So what happens is, which results in like the video and audio going out of sync. So sometimes I think
Exactly. Yeah.
most of people who actually suffer with this issues with not having patience is, what happens is they are actually expecting something to happen, okay, really fast, but that is it's just a reflection of how they're actually thinking about it. But in reality, everything takes time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, personally, for me, physically, it's like maybe fixing something. Maybe I'm trying to open a door. Now, because I'm not patient, I pull it so hard that it comes in my hand.
Right. And now you have to fix the whole damn
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, you have to
So
fix the
so
whole
now
thing.
it's taking you longer.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yes, and in which is non tangible when it comes to emotions, when it comes to relationships,
Yes.
when it comes to
Yes.
situations, bro. The way I've actually been, like, I can't say I've burnt. I think I've more than what is that other word? I don't know. Where you become into ash.
Super
Okay?
burnt out.
There's another word. It's too. Yeah, like the biggest example is because I'm impatient,
Yeah.
right? I have a problem. I have a big challenge when people speak. Okay, because I'm impatient, I am not a good listener at times. Okay, now this is something that I've been working really, really hard on personally. Okay, I've been really working on this, and I can say fairly I have gotten good, or I'm getting good at this, and it completely depends from person to person. If somebody's listening to this podcast, if you know me personally, you might disagree or you might agree depending on who you are. But personally, I think the biggest drawback of a person who's impatient, for example, in my case, is you don't end up listening to people. Okay, because and most of the time, also one point to note is, Kareem, most of the time, the reason I'm impatient is at times I actually know what the person is getting at.
What do you? Oh,
And
like you
I
know how this is gonna unfold, so you just want to jump to that.
and that is the interesting bit. Yeah, like out of 10, let's say 5 to 6 times, I know where the discussion is going. Okay, and 4 times I'm completely wrong because I was not patient. I judged the situation in the
Yeah.
wrong light based on the assumption I had. But still, even at the times when I was right, the sixth time, right, 6 times when I was actually right, but still not being patient never gave me the desired result. So what I've understood right now is there are times where the only option is to be patient.
Yeah.
Okay, for example, if somebody is telling me something and giving me an explanation, especially this is superbly affecting me because same like you, I also manage a team. I'm working with a lot of people. Yeah. So at times you are in this situation where you have to listen. So for me personally, the biggest area where patience has affected is when it's in situations when I'm dealing with people. What about you, Karim? Where has it hit you the hard, the most hardest?
Yeah, I mean, just to build on what you're saying, I love how you've we're not even like 10 minutes in and you've already hit the nail on the head perfectly, which is really around what you said around how like sometimes in the moment it doesn't feel like there's a benefit to patience, but sometimes you rush something and it may not, even though you've rushed this specific thing, what ends up taking longer is all the things that you've broken along the way, including, as you've mentioned, and I speak for myself as well, right? But like relationships, okay, you fixed something or you did something quickly, but now you broke some other thing that you have to go fix. And relationships is such a strong one. Like I would almost like put that in bold almost because if you are doing two things and you're focusing so hard on one thing, you end up breaking the other thing. Maybe that could be fixed. But sometimes relationships, as you might agree with me, sometimes it's a lot harder to fix, if at all possible to fix. And this is again one of the points in favor of patience. And something that I wrote like a short like kind of like blog post or article about recently, I talked about how like sometimes when you take your time to build something, you get to do it right, and you really get to do it one step at a time, almost like manically focused on like just doing it one step at a time, because this way there's no way you're gonna mess it up, as opposed to doing something quickly only to realize that next month or in a few weeks you have to do that thing again anyway. Why? Because you never put in the time before, and now you have to put the time again eventually. So why put yourself through all of this when you can just do it right and take your time the first time? And guess what? One of the other things that's a huge point for patients, I think even more important than relationships, is your own like freaking mental health, in terms of what happens if you get everything so like you were saying, you mentally you turned into ashes at one point. I can definitely relate to that. Like what happens when you've quote unquote achieved all your goals, and now your health is messed up, or you're super stressed, or you're depressed, or whatever else. And there's this cliche example that we all know where all these people who like work super super hard, and now they're super rich, but now they have to spend all their money on like their health and stuff like that, because they never took care of it while they were younger. And the money like cancels out, because all the millions or whatever that you made, you pretty much unfortunately have to spend that towards taking care of yourself, and whatever, like hospital bills and all this unnecessary stuff, if it was avoidable. And so I forgot what your question was, but I just wanted to add that to what you said, because I thought it was really important what you said.
No, my question was, Kareem, my question was, I was telling how and all where it has affected me. I was asking you, where is that one area that it really, like one area where it really affected you in a way that, you always remember, or, it really affected you, like hit you hard?
Yeah, man. That's an easy one. It'll be with me at work, like me with my team. I always have this, I don't know if it's a true sense or a false sense, but I always feel like, I'm in my mind is always racing. And so artificially, I feel like I'm ahead of everybody else. And I'm like, just, when you're like waiting at the top of the hill or whatever, and you're just waiting for everyone to catch up, and you're very like annoyed because everyone is still trying to catch up with you, and you're like, come on guys, let's go. When in fact, if you had seen it their way, the reason why they're going at a certain pace is because they want to make sure that they don't need to do this again, or they want to make sure that everything is done to a great quality, or a great, a great quality or a great degree. And shout out to my co-founder Emin for this, because he's always like, giving me good advice on the importance of slowing down for the purpose of getting things right, as opposed to, technically, doing something fast and, you can clap for yourself. But guess what? It's false victory, because you have to go back and fix your mess again anyway, Yeah.
Kareem, I just want to add, I think with regards to work, right? Honestly, for me personally, at work, I don't have much of a challenge with this, because I learn from people around me, yeah? And throughout my life, 3 or 4 years, now this is something that everybody needs to pay attention, yeah? Remember this. Throughout my life, everywhere I've actually seen, leaders, yeah, specifically people who were leading a business, a team, or even in some cases, they're leaders of a family, leaders of a community, everywhere. The people who have actually seen, who've actually performed the best, and who've actually made good decisions are generally not the people who are extremely, impatient. Okay. At the same time, they are also not people who are like superbly like chilled out, like super patient as well. Okay. I've always seen people who are actually there is some sort of moderation they've actually done. Okay. And when I look back to all the people who are on the extreme of being extreme, like really impatient, right? I've always seen how things have we said the example in the beginning where, you're so impatient that you try and build something, or it could be a dish, it could be it could be a drawing, it could be anything that you're working on, because you raced
Yeah.
into it. It was by the time it was done, it was already imperfect, or
Yep.
it was broken. So you spent twice the time actually to actually fix this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, looking back, this thing that you actually said, Kareem, about you having this feeling of, that you feel that you're way ahead of rest of the people at times, at least mentally.
Mentally, yeah.
This is, this is not right, this is not wrong. This is not a wrong phenomenon, by the way. Yeah, I think in one of the coming episodes we're going to actually discuss this. You know the four types, yeah, the red, the blue, the green, and
Yes,
yellow.
of course.
Yes. So we're going to discuss this because at times, because like I said, Kareem, I think we both are very similar like this. And many times, let me just give you this exact, situation that
Yeah,
you're
tell
in,
me.
where you're sitting in this meeting and you're having this discussion, and somebody is just going to start explaining to you something or telling you why we should do this. And you already know, at least in this case, like 99% this is not going to work. Okay. And this presentation might take another 25 minutes. And you already know where this is going. And believe me, this is like a very big
Yep.
challenge. And most of the time, you could have just stopped it over there, and you could have said, you know what? I know where this is going. This is what you're going to propose. This is not going to work. Okay. And, but believe me, it never happened. So what I actually did personally, how I made it, or how I try and do this at work or with people I know, is I introduced them to this concept of these four colors, or the four types of personalities. And the personality of me and you, like the I think we both are reds. Yeah, we are the D. Yeah, we'll I don't want to, like, I don't want to give any spoilers, but we'll discuss it in another
Yeah, yeah.
episode. So with our types generally have this. You call it it's not a talent, but it's a, what do you call it? It's a skill or a strength
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we
It's
have.
like a superpower or a tendency. Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody has. So, but coming back, I think this is patience is a very, very important muscle. I think if I can say it right, and a muscle which actually takes time, like any other muscle in your body.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, be it your biceps, be it your abs. You have to go to the gym. You have to really, really start working. Because I think generally impatient people, they have, like, people, when I was in university, even throughout my teenage, even after I was like 25, 30, whenever people, when they say Shiaf, right, there are 2-3 words, bro, they actually associate me with. Yeah. The first word was hyper.
I can see that.
And the second thing was restless. I think a lot of the restlessness goes back to impatient.
100%,
impatient.
man. Yeah, yeah. And did you find?
Yeah,
did you
because
find that, like, you are you able to catch yourself when you're about to be impatient to turn yourself into more of a patient person?
Bro, I think I've at least in one part of my life, I've become a pro at this. Where some people who will meet me now, I think even some people who are listening, they can't even say I have an impatient side. Like, this is, like I said earlier, like, I have understood how to play around with this. Okay. Now there are family members who see me, okay, who've known me for whole of my life, and they used to associate these terms like hyper impatient, but they see me and they say, you know what, Shiaf, you've sobered down a lot.
Nice.
Okay. And at the same time, there are still people who, they still tell me, I'm very impatient, I'm very restless. So I think catching, yes, definitely, Kareem, I've understood one thing from the get-go. If I'm in a situation, if I'm in a discussion, from the get-go, I know, you know what, this is a potential situation where I might be impatient. Okay. For example, driving, bro. You've not started driving yet over there in Ireland, right? Driving in Dubai, believe me, you need to have some next level of patience.
Of course, man. I'm
Yeah?
familiar with the traffic
So-
there.
Yeah. So I just want to step back, and I think we've discussed a lot of examples now. As per to you, Kareem, let's give the listeners. Let's give people some tips. If somebody who is listening, okay, right now, somebody who is listening to this, and we've discussed about patience,
Yeah.
and somebody who feels, what, I also have this problem. People tell me I'm very impatient. Okay, we've also understood it can affect us personally, professionally, relationships go right, on or takes the first place. how do you think people can actually, at least to begin with, how can they catch themselves, when they feel they're going to be impatient?
Oh man, I was hoping you can give me the answer for that because
Okay. Okay.
I'm still trying to
Okay.
get better at it. But I can tell you my opinion. But you go first. Tell me what you think.
Okay. For me, I think the number one thing is being aware. Aware in the sense being in that state of
Hmm.
mind, okay, where the moment, for example, I'll take driving as an example. Okay. So the first step is me jotting down or pointing, like writing down, or at least mentally noting down which are the areas where I am the most
Yeah.
impatient. Okay, I'll give you an example. Like, people are not impatient everywhere, bro. Okay, what I've actually seen, there are particular areas where people are less interested, or they feel, this is my personal opinion, where they're not really interested in at times. This is where they show impatience a
Hmm.
bit more. Like, for example, people don't go for a movie, or they don't go and sit or watch a Netflix series. It's a 2 hour movie, or it's a 10-hour series. People sit and watch through it. There are some extreme cases where people keep forwarding it, but that's a minority. But so you see, everybody is capable
That's
of being
actually true.
patient.
Yeah.
So my yeah. So for me personally, what I do is, if it's driving, right, the moment I actually step into the car, I would make up my mind sometimes. Okay, I'm still working on this, but I'm like, you know what? Driving is something that I'm usually, personally, I know that I'm very impatient and I might lose patience. So you know what? I'm gonna actively catch myself before I reach that
Nice.
place. So what I would do is, instead of going on the first track, I will make sure I go on the second track, because first track is where generally people might tailgate me, or people might, go slow in front of me. So what I do, I'm on the second track. Second track is the chilled out
Hmm.
track. So you're not too slow, you're not too fast. So people behind me, they are not in a hurry. People ahead of me, they are also going in the speed limit. So this is one way. Even if I'm going to the restaurant, this is a very big place where people usually get a lot of impatiences. Before I go, I actually manage my expectations. Yeah. So if I'm going to the restaurant, if I'm going for mandi, I know, okay, I'm going to get mandi immediately in 5 minutes, because it's usually
Yeah.
ready. Okay.
Oh man.
But if I'm actually going to like a fancy, nice, classy
Yeah.
restaurant, but the moment I go there, I manage my expectation. I'm like, Shiaf, listen, this is self talk. Yeah. You're going to go there, they're going to make stuff fresh. So it's going to take time. So if you're hungry, you
If you're
better
hungry, go for
munch
Monday.
on something first. No, yeah, sometimes yes, but sometimes also, if you really want to eat this, you better go munch on something
Yep.
first, so that you are going to be. So I think the number one thing, how I actually catch this, is being
Hmm.
aware, like literally understanding which are the areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now I'll pass the ball to you. Okay, as I've said this, Kareem, how do you overcome this when you are in that situation? What do you
You know
do?
what? I love the restaurant example because it's a good one. Like it's I just actually I do something very similar to what you're doing in terms of like just trying to consciously tell myself I'm about to enter.
Managing
Yes,
expectations.
and I'm about to enter a situation where delay is expected, or like patience needs to be applied, or whatever you want to say. And knowing that, and I almost take it as a game with myself. I don't know if you mentioned that or not just now, but I try and think of it as a game because everything is more interesting when it's a game. So I tell myself, hey Karim, how patient can you be? How long can you go by being patient and not saying a word sometimes, and I try and practice this in many aspects of my life in general, and it helps me. Like many times, it makes me realize that it was all in my head sometimes, and sometimes things are happening at a normal pace, and in my mind, just because I have everything at 2x the speed in my mind, or sometimes 4x the speed, doesn't mean this is what reality is. And so when I play this patience game, sometimes I realize, oh, everything's actually going at 1x speed. And anytime when I know that no, this is not even 1x speed, this is like 0.5. Like I know this is super slow. What's going on right now? I just use it as an opportunity to build that muscle, as you were saying, um, so that I could maybe use this muscle collectively in general. Even though I waited
Mm-hmm.
longer than usual, let's say in a specific, in a specific, whatever restaurant or something like that, I've built this mindset or this, you know, uh, I'm reading this book not right now, chef, that you're gonna love. It's called The Upside of Stress, and we can talk about this at another time. But just one sentence in that book they found that when someone really starts to absorb a mindset, they absorb it so hard they don't even think about it anymore. Like it's not even a thought. It's just the way they are, which is an amazing place to be. So so yeah, I think like
Interesting, bro. That's quite
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Oh, I'll tell you about it like at another time, man. But yeah, going back to your question, yeah, like trying to think of it as like a patience game. Sometimes what I would do is I would like physically look at the clock, and or like on my watch or like my phone or whatever. And what's amazing, man, is that sometimes it's only 3 or 4 minutes that pass by. In my mind, it was like an hour, 2 hours. But when physically, it's only been 3 minutes. It makes me check myself and be like, Kareem, it's only 3 minutes. You can chill out. Now, I do want to throw the ball back to you because restaurants and stuff is all well and fine. And of course, great opportunities to enter and traffic and driving. But what about long-term patience, bro? What about patience when you're trying to get like a life goal? And I know that for you and me, Mendy is one of our life goals. But beyond that as well, like other life goals in work, in life, like I'm talking personal life, but also like professional life. When you have a goal and you know this is gonna take a year, matter of fact, this is gonna take 3 years. How do you put yourself in a position where you're embracing patience, but because patience is a fine line in terms of, am I being patient or am I just being lazy and giving up? I just don't want to admit it. So why don't you take that one?
Bro, you just, from Mandi to driving to fun stuff, you just immediately changed the channel, bro.
You know me, bro.
Now, but honestly, Kareem, I think this is going to be the example, or what we'll discuss with regards to patience. Yes, like rightly Kareem said. Okay, food, day to day stuff that we actually do has an impact, but it's short.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens there. You get impatient, you get angry on the waiter, or you eat food or whatever. It just finishes. But with the bigger stuff in life, okay, what if you're actually trying to build something? Okay, you're trying to build a business. What if you're trying to make things work with a person in a
Yes.
relationship?
Yes.
Yeah, because one of the biggest areas, yeah, with the problems or the challenges or the reason patience is so important is what follows after patience, or what follows after you're patient, or what follows after you're
I
impatient.
love that. Yeah. What
Okay.
follows after you're being patient? Yeah.
So, yeah. So, what follows, let's take impatience for example. So, what follows after impatience usually is anger, disappointment, okay, arguments, like all the bad stuff. Like when you're impatient with your partner, okay, with your wife, with your husband, with your children, when you're impatient, obviously you become disappointed, okay, because you do not give them the time, okay, or you were too, you do not have that patience to wait and see what happens, okay. So always, if somebody has a problem, yeah, now Kareem asked about life and work. So it all depends how important it is to you, okay, how much it matters. Yeah, so if you're actually building a business, or if you're actually very serious about somebody in your life, and this person or this business or this initiative matters a lot, there is no other option than practicing patience. Because end of the day, like we said, what follows is always very important. Now, with regards to patience, with impatience, we know what follows. But with patience, what follows is always success, happiness. Yeah. I'm not saying always being patient gives you the best results. But believe me, majority of the time, when people actually get that mindset of patience, right, we go back to obstacle is the way now. Okay. So when you are patient, when you have that mental capacity or that mindset to be patient, even after being patient, things don't work out right, you still be like, you know what, I just need to be a bit more patient. Because patience is the long-term game.
100%.
It's like a marathon, and a marathon which does not end. Like it starts from the day you start hustling, or you start working, you start living. It goes all the way, till the end. Yeah. But impatience is not like that. Impatience is like a very short game, and a game that you keep losing every now and then. So, summarizing it, when it comes to life And when it comes to work, patience is something that you really, really, really need to, inculcate in time. Uh, and I don't know, thinking about it, there is a very famous or a old saying as well, right? I think in every language, which says, the outcome of patience, is sweet, something like that. I think I can. This is ringing my bell. I've heard this. The first time I heard this was when I was 12 years old. I was in school in India, and one of my teachers actually said, because I was restless. You know, he actually told me. I remember this, and it's very crazy. I'm just recalling this. He did tell me that, chef, you have so much energy, but because you're so impatient, right, your life is going to be very less fruitful.
He told you that, yeah?
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean? Okay, because the reason he was telling me was, while I was 12 years old, I was in grade 6. I was actually involved in so much things. I was in India. I was 1 year in school. I was part of the sports team. I was part of some lot of stuff. So he said, if only you were a bit more patient, because one of the biggest problems, again, outcomes or what follows of impatience is you lose out on a lot of things. You lose out on details. You lose out on very good people in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You lose out on very good opportunities in your life.
100%, man.
Because you're just, you're just...
Because you're rushing the thing that's in front of you, but you're not wise enough to recognize all the things that are getting affected around that, all the hidden
Kareem,
things around that,
The biggest example is before the call, we were just discussing about cycling, right? You know why cycling is so much more enjoyable than driving a car? Because you're going slower. Because yesterday I cycled around an area which I've been driving for the past 10, 15 years. Okay. But when I actually took the cycle over there, and I started seeing things which I never saw while I was actually driving.
There you go. Even though you've been taking that route for years.
Yes, bro. I'm talking about Satwa, Diafa, that area. Okay. Yeah, so they have a malla there, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways, coming back, focus back on the point. So definitely the biggest fallbacks of impatience is you lose on opportunities because, you are running. You lose out on very good people in your life because majority of the people, the norm is not impatience, Kareem, the way I see it. Okay, what do you think? The majority of the good people that have actually been part of my life, they've been extremely patient. And some of them have been way more patient with me than I've been with them.
Yep. Yeah. I could say the same. Yeah.
So I think definitely, I think, we will have to close. We are on time, Kareem. But parting thoughts?
Yeah.
Patience is...
I was gonna say one parting thought from my side, because I just realized this now, which is a lot of people, like, again, back on this topic of, like, long-term patience, so to speak. Again, it's something that I've like briefly written about in that blog I was talking about, and I guess it's just something that I realized, that, like, you usually don't need to be patient for something that's not ambitious. Or to take a step back, like, ambition and patience usually go hand in hand. If you're ordering a pizza, this is not an ambitious task. You are within your rights to not be that patient if it went way overboard or such, or if it took way too long. But ultimately,
I would still say over there also so patience, but Kareem is right. He's not wrong. But anyways,
no, well, it depends how hungry you are as well, and I'm pretty hungry right now, actually. So it depends. It depends on the mood you're in. But yeah, no. On a serious note, man, like, I think with there is a relationship between ambition and patience, and I wrote in the article that being patient for your ambitious goals, if you're listening and you have an ambitious goal or an ambitious career you're trying to build, or an ambitious project in general that you're trying to build, being patient as you fulfill this goal, as long as you're actively working towards it, but being patient, this is actually a great way and a meaningful way, in my opinion, to spend your life. Because how are you going to spend your life? You can spend your life doing meaningful work towards a meaningful goal that will hopefully not just benefit you, but perhaps others around you as well. So I don't want to say if all else fails, think of this, but I want to say that at the end of the day, you should remember that something should be worth waiting for, and you should be patient for it. Like, on a, and I know Chef is gonna kill me because he wants to wrap up the episode, but I'll just squeeze in
No, bro.
I'll just
No,
squeeze
bro.
in one super final thing.
It's
Like
cool.
at the time of this recording, like me and my wife were trying to get a mortgage for a house, right? And we found out that we need to wait like a lot longer than what we planned for and what we expected. And of course, the day that we find out, it's not exactly fun news, right? To put it diplomatically. Of course, we're super like annoyed, like we wanted to do this sooner than later, but we realized, you know what, it is worth the wait. It's something that we won't like change our mind on like later on. Again, comparing it to like, I don't know, I keep coming back to pizza. I might get one today, but like comparing to like something that's a very short-term thing, it's gonna be gone in a while. But if you're building a business and you're set on this, or if you're building a career and you're set on this, or a house or a family or whatever you need to do, if it's a long-term goal and you don't see yourself doing anything else, like this is your destiny, so to speak, then it's worth waiting, and you're going to be better off by waiting because of all the benefits and tips and tricks that Chef was explaining to us, and it's a meaningful way to spend your life. That's it.
Kareem, I think that's a nice way to put it, bro. I think something, if I was in university or if I was like in high school, this is definitely like a super cheesy line, bro. You're worth it, so I'm going to wait for you.
There you go. Makes sense.
I don't know if you, but anyways, a lot of people have already said it. But coming back, right, Kareem, we want to take a very live example, yeah? Now, I'm sure Kareem is not thinking about it, but we've discussed this a lot. And with this, Kareem, we're closing the show, yeah? I
Okay,
just
sure.
take 2 minutes. Let's talk about Mindset Kitchen itself,
Yeah.
okay? Right? This is we have a very big goal with Mindset Kitchen, right? Like we have a big plan,
Definitely.
which definitely we're going to tell. We are not going to tell people right now, but I've had these discussions where people ask me, Shiaf, how are your numbers? How many people are listening? Because it's a podcast, there are different kinds of metrics. You have people who are listening, and we have videos as well. So you have video views as well. So people are like, what about the numbers? Don't you think they're a bit low? And we were discussing this the other day, Kareem, that for us, we have a very big goal. And we are like, at this stage, me personally, and I know the same for Kareem, we don't even look at the numbers. Yeah, because of the kind of impact that we are actually looking at, right? Numbers is not something that we are looking at, because we know we have to be patient. The problem with today's, at least with our generation, bro, with millennials or Generation Z, I think impatience is the biggest problem. Like everybody wants
Yep.
results
Microwave
instantly.
results. Yep.
Yeah, immediately. They want to like put up, they want to put up a video and they want like 1,000 views and like 500 shares immediately. People forget, okay, if you're seeing this on Instagram, if you're seeing this on LinkedIn, yeah, or if you're listening to on Apple Podcasts or wherever, yeah, any successful show, any content creator, any vlogger, any business person, anybody who's actually seen success, out of 10, 1 or 2 people overnight, things, have changed for them. But even for these people for whom things have changed for them overnight, these people have been patient for like a massive period. Any channel that you like, go on YouTube, go on Instagram, go anywhere and see the numbers. The only reason these guys are actually winning today, guys or girls who are winning, is because they've been patient for a huge time, and because they had this massive goal and they felt this was worth it, and day and night they used to do. Like, for people who are actually into marketing, and Gary Vee is a very good example, bro. Everybody knows Gary Vee from the past 2-3 years. But this guy started making content back 12, 13 years back, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people don't
like,
know that. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And so anybody that you're seeing, you follow with a massive following, big numbers, these are people who are very good examples of patience as well. Okay, we don't have enough time today to actually explain, but guys, patience. If you are a millennial, if you are Generation Z, you fall under these 2 categories, you guys really, really need to start thinking about patience. Anyways, guys, we'll wrap the show today. And hopefully you guys find value. And some of you guys keep messaging us, telling us, your inputs. We love them. Keep telling us. And if there is anything that we can be of help, let us know as well. So that's all, guys, for today's episode. We will catch you in the next one. Take care, guys. See you.
Bye, guys.